asked ChatGPT to give me the 5 rules you need to follow when you're writing a novel, and we're going to find a book that breaks each of them. Before I dive in, though, allow me to clarify that the point of this video is not to malign any of these books that I mentioned. It's to prove to you that rules don't need to be followed. I offer a lot of advice on this writing channel, but what I want to stress about this advice is that if you don't like it or it doesn't work for you, you don't need to follow it. You can find your own way, and here are 5 authors who did. Rule number 1. Anchor each scene with a clear point of view. Choose whose eyes we're seeing through and stay consistent within the scene. Sure, normally I would agree with this, but you know who didn't? Virginia Woolf. I've never read such beautiful head hopping in all my life. She is a masterful writer, and if you've never read her before, then a good one to start with is Mrs. Dalloway. Rule number 2. Maintain cause and effect momentum. Events should follow a because, not an and then. Yes, okay, usually this is a good rule, but following the rules does not necessarily a bestseller make, and I happen to think that the Twilight books by Stephenie Meyer, in particular Breaking Dawn, are rather guilty of the crime of and then. But this series has sold over 160 million copies worldwide, so honestly, who am I to judge? Rule number 3. Let characters make meaningful decisions. A character who chooses drives the story. A character who reacts only feels passive. This is generally a good rule to follow, but it can be broken, as Rachel Cusk did in her Outline trilogy. The stories in Outline, Transit, and Kudos basically just involve the protagonist meeting up with various people and having conversations with them. Honestly, she does a lot more listening than actually doing, but I happen to think these books are wonderful. Rule number 4. Keep description purposeful and sensory. Describe only what the reader needs for clarity, mood, or theme. Anyone who thinks this is a rule to follow 100% of the time has obviously never read Vladimir Nabokov. His books contain some of the most unnecessary descriptive flourishes and wordplay, but they are a complete delight, and I honestly wouldn't dream of exchanging them for a tighter narrative. And rule number 5. Use dialogue to reveal, not explain. Dialogue should reveal character, create tension, or move the plot, but it shouldn't dump exposition. Most of the time this is true, but sometimes we really do need that scene where everything is just explained to us, like Maxim de Winter does toward the end of the book Rebecca, when he tells the narrator the truth about his relationship with his ex-wife. I'm really not sure how that scene could have been done without info dumping, yet it somehow manages to avoid being inelegant. Probably because it was written by Daphne du Maurier, and she's just about the most elegant writer I can think of.